Just when you think they can't get any more insane, any more self-destructive, any more asinine, here we have self-proclaimed Native American Elizabeth Warren coming out and introducing impeachment proceedings in the U.S. House of Representatives. Now, this lady that has been described as Pocahontas is also running to be president of the United States, and the coverage of this is interesting, and we kind of want to look at the bigger question. Will this work? There's a lot to get into, a lot of speculation, but we're going to try to stick to the facts as much as we can. Now, obviously, Elizabeth Warren is standing alone in her field of Democratic 2020 hopefuls. She was the first one, as NBC News puts it, with their headline, "On Impeachment, Warren just stole the show from her dodging Democratic rivals." And of course, NBC News with a very biased, implicit headline showing you, of course, which side they are on, calling this a great, amazing show. She did good. No, she's standing alone because the reason the other 2020 presidential hopefuls are dodging it because there's no clear evidence at all proving any collusion, any of the bullcrap that they're accusing and have accused the U.S. president of for the last 3 years of. Meanwhile, there's a lot of things to hold Donald Trump accountable for. A lot of those things, they're swept underneath the rug, legitimate things that actually matter, things that actually affect you now. But it's not just Elizabeth Warren standing alone in the presidential campaign field. Don't worry. AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, and Rashid Tlaib also made the necessary call for an impeachment inquiry. And I have to say, there is something to say about their talking points, because all I'm seeing on the big national media is them talking about how damning this report is and how Trump walked up to the line. And I think The Hill puts a lot of important perspective here in this larger perspective. And it says here with their story, and their headline is, quote, "Impeachment, question mark? Not so fast, without missing element of criminal intent." And honestly, Jason, unless I'm missing something here, unless Robert Mueller, who looked like he didn't miss any stone, was going through everything very meticulously, was going through everything for over 2 years, hundreds of subpoenas, thousands of it's just absolutely insane, the amount of scale that this investigation took place. And now, do you think there's even some merit in this impeachment, or is this just another PR stunt by people who are flailing in the polls and are trying to get ahead of a very competitive 2020 race?
No, it has nothing to do with PR, in my opinion, other than for each individual. This is exactly what was planned. I don't understand why people don't get this. When the investigation started, the intelligence community and Mueller and Comey all knew there was no Russian collusion. Every one of them knew. This whole entire investigation was nothing more than an attempt at a perjury trap on the president, or to get others to roll on separate crimes. When they realized they could not do that, they made it about obstruction of justice, and that's why the report on Russian collusion, which provided zero evidence for such, number one, never exonerated the president, but never prosecuted him either. This is, again, what they intended as part two of their plan. Listen, they talked about having a safety plan, and that this was it. They knew in the very beginning when they launched this investigation under the Obama administration, there was none, there would be none. And Luke, it doesn't surprise me because Warren may be the first to talk about this. She will not be the last after they subpoena the entire unredacted Mueller report and not get it. And then when they subpoena Mueller himself and have him sit on the Hill and say, well, I don't know, this could have constituted obstruction of justice. Yes, that did deeply concern me. Yes, that did disturb Agent Hunt and others. I mean, Trump is outright denying a lot of the quotes that have been attributed to him in this report. He's certainly not happy about it. He says a lot of it is fictional and made up. That doesn't mean Trump's not a liar. We've certainly seen him lie many times, and his administration. Vox Media, for instance, is trying to point out 7 times the Mueller report says that Sean Spicer and Sarah Sanders are lying to the press. Well, again, we went over a very unique moment in that report where they just outwardly deny Seth Rich's role without any evidence whatsoever. So who's being honest?
Well, I found this article and I kind of wanted to talk about it because this is pretty much the only thing they have here. The only thing that I'm really seeing that's anything sort of major is, of course, this kind of Vox article talking about how there was lying to the press. Does that surprise you that authority figures are lying? Does it surprise you that the administration that was talking about having the largest inauguration crowd ever, does that surprise you that they were caught lying? No. Does it surprise you that the administration was caught lying? No. And again, to me, this is the biggest things that they have here. The biggest things is that they tried to say that someone else in the White House was responsible for the firing of James Comey. That's I think the biggest misdoing that they have in this entire report, which I believe is something to said with the amount and the severity of this investigation, looking at everything. And it just shows me that it's absolutely nothing. Convince me if I'm wrong here, Jason. I don't think they have anything. I think a lot of presidential hopefuls even understand that. And that's why they're either dodging the question or some Democratic leadership are coming up and saying, no, I don't think impeachment is a good idea. Those are the two things that are happening, except for now Elizabeth Warren, AOC, Ilhan Omar, and Tlaib Rashida. Other than that, I don't think they have anything. Do they have anything, Jason, in your opinion?
Again, I think that Warren's just jumping the gun on what everybody else is going to have to take a stance on. And yes, some of those presidential candidates will take the stance on impeachment after they subpoena Mueller and he says things under oath. That is the plan. I would be shocked if no other presidential candidate on the Democratic end. You may actually see a couple of the Republicans who say, this guy is unfit. I'm running. He shouldn't be the nominee. I think this is far from over. I think that Warren is just kind of making herself first. She's great at headlines, right? I mean, she's great at making headlines, no matter how much nonsense they're filled with. So, like I said, you won't hear from any of the other candidates until we have Mueller up there saying certain things or other investigators, but you will eventually. That's my opinion.
Yeah, headlines, but not good headlines. Headlines, what the hell did she just say? What? Confusing headlines. And in my opinion, they don't have anything. They absolutely don't have anything. Now, Robert Mueller is going to testify in May. So in just a few weeks and just pretty much a few days, he will be testifying. I don't think that's going to bring up anything. Again, Barr and Mueller are friends. They've been friends for a while. They've been, again, I don't see this going anywhere. To me, it's just more derangements, more delusion. And I think if there was legitimately something, everyone would be jumping towards this larger call, but absolutely nothing now. We're going to see what Mueller says.
Well, hold on.
But let me just make one last comment. To me, this is more of a PR stunt by Elizabeth Warren to gain more notoriety, in my opinion.
Yeah, just so that everybody understands that has not been set in stone that he'll be speaking in May. In fact, House Dems are in talks with the DOJ right now. This article literally came out an hour ago for Mueller's testimony. Nothing has been agreed upon. It is being called for. You have Will Robert Mueller testify before Congress. Swalwell, who's running for president. He's one that I expect, Luke, that will eventually call for impeachment once Mueller gets out there. Lawmakers.
Yeah, but he's totally deranged. He's totally insane.
No one's saying he's a good guy. I'm just pointing out a lot of these people, Luke, are hedging their bets until Mueller speaks before Congress on the Hill. Once that happens, Elizabeth Warren will be far, far, far from the only presidential candidate calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump. Mark my words.
And to me, these people should just be laughed at, again, in my opinion. Again, unless I'm wrong, I don't see anything here. I don't think they have anything. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below if you guys think we said anything that's wrong or incorrect. We always look forward to your dialogue. We always look forward to your comments because, again, we're only here because of you. Your viewership, you guys sharing, and you guys donating keeps us alive. And if it wasn't you, I wouldn't be here. That's why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org.